Hi everyone, welcome back to the garden, and today I've got some exciting news to share with you. This week, Friday the 20th of May, you'll be seeing a familiar face on Gardener's World. Not this face here, unfortunately, Max isn't in it, but this one here. Yes, I've given it away a bit in the title. My jungle style garden here in North Lincolnshire will be on Gardener's World this Friday. 8 PM BBC 2, be there. I've had to keep it a secret until it was formally announced this week, but I'm so excited to share it with you. They came to the garden one sunny day last September, and I don't know if you remember, after weeks of muggy, cloudy weather, we finally had one day. It was absolutely roasting, 30 degrees, and that was the day that Gardener's World came to the garden here. It was a beautiful day, and everything here in the tropical style garden, it was coming to its real climax for its first year. So in just a year, it had gone from a completely blank canvas to this amazing tropical style jungle garden, still very much a work in progress, but the sheer growth of these plants over just 1 year, it's just incredible to see. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I've not seen it yet myself. And in today's video, I want to tell you a bit more about last year and why it was such a busy one for me. If you enjoy seeing and growing huge exotic plants like the Gunnera manicata, the giant rhubarb behind me, we're only in mid-May and already that's towering over me, then I'm sure you'll love Friday's episode. But before I tell you more about it, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who supported my channel over the last year or so. It's genuinely been really incredible seeing the amount of positive feedback. So everyone who's left a comment, everyone who's left a thumbs up, everyone who's subscribed, and everyone who's shared my videos on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, a massive thank you to all of you. Today's video is a thanks to you. And especially big thanks then to those of you that have left comments like, we need to see George in Gardener's World, or we want to see more tropical style gardens on TV. Who knows, you might just have been listened to. But I think it's fantastic to see this year especially the amount of exotic gardens and unusual plants on Gardener's World, people pushing the boundaries of what you can grow here, trying something a little bit different. There's pretty much been one every single week, which has been fantastic to see. But if there's any people on Facebook, any groups you're in, who you might think enjoy seeing my segment on Friday, then definitely share this video to all of them. Feel free to do that. And if you want to see more tropical style gardens on Gardener's World, then feel free to leave a comment below asking for it, and who knows who might see it. Fingers crossed anyway. One thing I've got to say is just how amazing it was to have the Gardener's World team here filming in the garden. Seriously hard work. The amount of effort they put in to creating a 6 or 7 minute long film, it's seriously staggering. But I enjoyed every minute of it, seeing how the film actually comes together, all the different parts of it. It was genuinely an amazing experience and something that I'm really proud of. In fact, I'm proud of what I managed to achieve here in the garden last year. It was genuinely the busiest but most rewarding year of my life. If you don't know, we actually moved here in August 2020. I managed to get some planting done, and the garden when we moved in, it was just lawn. Probably 3 plants in the garden, that was pretty much it. So I got a month or so of planting done, but then things really kicked off in 2021. That's the time when the garden really started coming together. So already that huge project in itself, that's definitely enough to keep one person busy, especially when I've got a full-time job and work long hours. That's a few years work. Throw into the mix, getting married in May 2021. Note to myself, must remember anniversary. Throw that in as well, and then starting the YouTube channel, and you can probably get an idea of just how things got really, really crazy. If you think that each video takes an average, say 5 to 8 hours, by the time you've had the idea, planned it out, filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, done all the typing, done all that, 5 to 8 hours of video is probably a realistic estimate. Last year, although I had a couple months off, I did nearly 100 videos. So that probably gives you an idea of just sort of how busy I was. But I think, like with the garden, like with everything in life, the amount of work you put in is the same as what you get out of it. Or basically, what you put in is what you get out. I'm sure there's a better way of wording that. But it's certainly something that's proved itself last year. Yes, it was so hard work to get the garden to a standard where I'll be happy to have Gardener's World round, to put out so many videos all about growing exotic plants, sharing my passion for growing these incredible tropical style plants, and then obviously getting married, the fact we're actually in a new house. Seriously busy year, but definitely a really rewarding one. One that I enjoyed and one that's really helped me develop so much. I know for a lot of people, gardening means relaxation. And even for me, having a garden, being out here, it's definitely a source of comfort, tranquility, a place to recharge the batteries. But then there's the other side of gardening, the enthusiasm, the passion, trying something different, creating huge projects, just experimenting with different plants, trying something a little bit unusual. That's the part of gardening that really excites me, and that's what I try to share with my channel. So hopefully you enjoy these kind of videos, and it's maybe inspired you to try a couple of plants that you haven't tried before. Gardens, they shouldn't just be pretty things full of dainty flowers. There's a world of plants out there, and a garden shouldn't just be a static display or something that requires maintenance. It's an ever-evolving collection of plants, your opportunity to grow something that really excites you. And my goal here was to create a garden where every single plant, every area has got something that really interests me. A plant that can grow to be some huge, great big umbrella style plant, a plant you won't have seen here in the UK before. Not every plant has to have flowers, but something that really grabs you, something that's got amazing structure, amazing foliage. Those are the plants that really excite me. And hopefully you get a little bit of that on Friday's episode. I genuinely think if you'd asked me when I was a child, what do you want to do in the future? Probably not my solo ambition, but one of the things I would have said is be on Gardener's World. It felt like something I knew I was going to do. Hard to explain that, maybe a weird child. But either way, when it came to early last year, around February, March time, Gardener's World got in touch with the amazing news that they wanted my garden on the show. It was quite a lengthy process, showing them around, having a couple of Zoom meetings, but I'm so pleased I went for the opportunity. In reality, looking back, having just moved into the garden, probably the perfect time to have Gardener's World here will be in a few years' time when everything's settled in, all my main projects are built, and the garden really feels like a slice of exotic paradise. But you know, these opportunities come up, you've got to go for them. It doesn't matter that I've only been here for a few months. It doesn't matter that I just started a YouTube channel, which takes a serious amount of time. When something like this comes up, the general theme of my life in the last few years is go for it. It was that going for it that led us to really buy this house purely for the garden. It was that going for it that led me to having so many incredible specimen plants here in the garden, which I'm so pleased I bought when they were relatively affordable. Otherwise I just wouldn't be able to afford them now. They give me so much joy every single year. And as well as that, it was that going for it that really led to me starting this YouTube channel. Believe it or not, speaking on camera, this kind of thing, it's not something you would have expected of me, and I've certainly never done any TV work before. But when an opportunity like that comes up, sometimes you just got to think that it's a mixture of that passion, of that hard work equals output. Both those things come together and you just think, this is an opportunity that's meant for now, meant for me, let's go for it. And I'm so glad that I did. So if you've been watching my videos wondering why I've only really developed the middle area of the garden, why I haven't even started projects like my fire pit until this year, when logically I probably should have done that in the garden first, then this is the reason why. I knew I wanted part of the garden that had to be ready for Gardener's World to film here, which was really a massive ask. And I'm so pleased that whilst I was ill for about a month or so, the plants grew well and everything really knitted together. There was a lot of things that I really took a punt on, a lot of plants that I was counting on to grow in the way that I knew they could. And my experience of the last few years led to me making a few decisions that really paid off. And I was so happy with how the garden looked when Gardener's World came. But in that month or two before it, the temptation could have been to try to spend loads of time getting everything just perfect. I imagine they go to a lot of gardens when everything's in neat little lines, every plant immaculately clipped, everything just so in its right place. Not here. And in fact, I actually concentrated more on my YouTube channel. The last couple of weeks before they actually came here to film, I think I filmed 5 or 6 YouTube videos. For me, it wasn't so much about getting the garden ready, more about getting myself ready, being able to talk confidently on camera. Like I said, it's not something that does come naturally to me, and I'm so pleased that I did, because when that day came here, when they actually came to film, no nerves at all, and I really enjoyed the whole process. In fact, I'm actually more nervous now about sharing it without seeing it, because I don't know just how enthusiastic I'm going to be, how much my ramblings are going to go on for, and just how sunburned I get throughout the day. Because like I said, it was 30 degrees. All the crew, they're in the shade, and I was just getting steadily more and more sunburned. So it might have caused a few continuity problems. But either way, I think it'll be a really interesting episode, and definitely surreal seeing myself on TV. As a little treat to those of you that have been following my channel for quite a while, or even the new subscribers as well, I'll probably do a little behind the scenes video in the next week or so and upload it. A few things I'm pretty sure won't make the TV episode, and a couple of things even the Gardener's World team weren't aware of. It was certainly a mad day, it was an amazing day, and one, like I said, I'm so grateful for. And before I finish this video, I just wanted to say a huge shout out to Darren, to Joe, to Adrian, to the 2 Steves. They made up the Gardener's World team that came here To all of you, I really am thankful and I enjoyed the day so much. So thank you for coming here. Thank you for explaining the things to me and letting me see a bit behind that process. And to everyone else, I really hope you enjoyed Friday's episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. And lastly, before you go, for those of you who are wondering about Max, unfortunately he didn't make it to the video. He actually came running across as we started the interview filming and sat on my knee, just waiting for his time to shine. But unfortunately, they couldn't really have it with the continuity, him jumping up and down, running around the garden, chasing after balls, barking at every single thing that moved. So he had to go back inside. But he still had a good day running around, getting to meet the whole crew, although we just won't be watching Friday's episode just out of protest. But don't feel too sorry for Max, because we've actually got a little treat for Max. Something that's happened in this last week or so, some big news that's definitely going to affect the garden. I'll tell you more about that in a video coming very soon. So thanks again for watching, I'll see you in the next one.